Alrighty, so it's Nbtsky. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back on the jump off. Goons in the clubs, case something jump off. So it's a bone throw, and it's a Nipsey Hussle recap. And the thing that's really interesting about this recap is that it was supposed to go live, and I was not able to. I'm not able to do it live. My live is not working properly, but I'm not surprised. So anyway, like I said, this is the bone throw, and so we're gonna discuss a recap, and this is a discussion of just simply what is the energy speaking about. What is Nipsey's energy discussing? Now, I did do some meditation on this prior to the reading, and there were some things that he said. It was, the energy said it's okay to talk about, and there were some things that it's not okay to talk about. But we're on a different day, a different vibration, so let's see what the discussion is. Again, this was supposed to go live. And of course, because I am Nbtsky, this is just, how it goes. So y'all know I'm not cheating on the bone, so y'all know how this goes, right? I got one that went flying. Alright, he don't want me. We got a domino that's gone. It went to West Bubble Hell, but we gonna throw this. Alright. So we got him on the board. Let me go get this domino real quick, because I'm not in my regular, spot. Alright. So let's get these things out the way real quick. So we're not talking about the feminine principle right now. We're not talking about the loss of money right now. We're not talking about the light answers right now. We're not really even focused on the warnings right now. We're not talking about the children right now. So let's talk about it. So when we're talking about this bone right here, we're talking about the emotions, the connection to emotions and money. It's interesting because this lands on the eye, but it's also on this Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. There's a lot of things that he does not want to be discussed, but he's saying simply, that is a slow process. It takes years. It takes time. And as you can see, he's sitting in this Venus. So he's talking about relationships, partnerships. He's also talking about, the process of finances and understanding money, which is very common for him. So we're going to move these two out the way. This is things that people may forget or not understand, and he wants them to remember, right? He's also talking about the fact that with the growth, even his ancestors, there's an ancestral look, you hear that in the background? I don't know if y'all hear that, but there goes the thunder. There's an ancestral connection that he wants everybody to remember and understand, that helps us all process growth, right? He also talks about the importance of being connected to emotions and spirit. This is why he has this wedding ring here. The emotions and spirit. And if you think about that with this growth bone that takes place, that was right here, a lot of growth in the physical reality has a lot to do with understanding the emotions, one's emotions and one's spirit. And there goes the memory bone that sits right here in Capricorn, which is a discussion of business, laying down strong foundations, and understanding how if you're properly placing emotions in the right place, you are able to manifest and bring fertility in reality, which is what this is about, right? Even though it may take some time. And so he's discussing the amount of time that it takes, the amount of effort that it takes in order to get it done, right? He's also discussing here in this water energy, right? Where, there's a broken energies emotionally. So he's discussing this concept of understanding that, yes, the emotions is very important. Tapping into spirit is very important when you're manifesting in the physical reality, but also the understanding of disconnecting from things in a timely manner so that you can progress is there. He's also talking about dreams, right? And these dreams come within emotions. There's a lot of individuals that want things and want to manifest things and want to create things, but do not understand how to tap in through the emotional aspect so that they can tap in. And so when the dreams is down in the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, he's talking about these changes, these ties to family, the roots, right? He's talking about those type of things that need to not be disconnected. It's important to be connected to those and have a balance in that, so that one can manifest a little bit quicker than usual. Because usually if you're dealing primarily in the earth energy, you're moving a little bit slow. The earth energy is the slowest manifestation out of all of them, right? So anyway, this masculine bone that sits here would represent him in a masculine energy. And what he's saying is that, contrary to what a lot of people think or a lot of people see or a lot of people reject, there's a lot of love that he focused on that was not clear to people. There was a lot of love energy that's produced, whether people understood it or not. And even in that made it very hard for him to cut ties. And so it's a discussion of, understand to look into things a little bit deeper. It's a discussion of him speaking of how hard it is to cut ties to things that you are emotionally connected to, so that one can move forward and progress into this financial state through action and journey and movement, right? This is the discussion that's coming down. Shout out to this energy, right, Nipsey? A lot of conflict, because of the concept, the focus on manifestation. So what he's telling you is that even when and during a time when the mind is focused, the eye is focused on manifestation and looking into things a little bit deeper, especially when people feel like they are experiencing major losses, is a concept of a discussion of looking at things a little bit deeper and then finding that path that brings action and motion amongst, in contrary to conflict, right? So he's letting you know that there's loss that is experienced physically, financially, emotionally, and mentally. But these are the things that has to be looked at when actions is taken into place. He's also talking about, the physical concept of things that was in motion that needs to be looked at a little bit further in accordance to his physical loss. Him not being here. And a lot of it has to do with money, finances, wealth, and things of that nature. And journey. So he's letting everybody know that, hey, listen, yes, in the physical reality to us, he's not physically here. And there's things that's going to continue to be looked into closely, and people are going to really magnify the situation of his physical loss. But it's seen as a journey and still as a come up, because that's how tapped in he is, right? Now, he's also talking about the actions of overindulgence, right? And so, he's discussing these emotions and movements and coming into losses and gains, and there's overindulgences that take place that may cause imbalances and a little bit of confusion. It's right on the cusp of this fire, water kind of situation, which can create a confusion in a misconception. He's also discussing here, let me move these out the way. He's also discussing how, how during the course of manifestation and transitions and building and creating, people should pay attention to their energy quickly. This is coming in a fast time, okay? So he's letting everybody know, like, it's important to pay attention to your chakras. It's important to pay attention to your energy, your vibration, who you're going to surround yourself by, who you're not going to surround yourself around. And this is stuff that he talked about in the physical reality, correct? So now when we get into this air energy, this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, when you're talking about these aspects, you talk about partnerships, you talk about the way people perceive, you talking about social circles. He's saying that, there were openings, and there will be openings for other individuals in these areas, and to be very cautious and to pay attention to these things. Period. Follow your ancestors. Understand dark energy and light energy. Understand that when there's certain things going on within social circles, partnerships, relationships, and things like that, that pay attention to the things that's not being revealed to you, right? This is important when you're going through the growth spurts of being successful. This is what he's talking about. People portray themselves, females portray themselves, masculines portray themselves. This is landing on female and it's coming across the heart. So there's some things that's not really very clear when you get into here. This is a female energy, and there's ancestral energy that's attached to that, where there's some things that's not being really revealed. There may be a female that knows some other things that's not really speaking about them right now. And so you have this life that says in the weeks. And so there may be some more energy that comes in reference to the profession and business aspect of these things all in a couple of weeks. There may be some more things being revealed, and this might go on for quite a while in accordance to Nipsey. Every so often there's going to be some things that gets revealed, especially when it comes to his physical possessions in life, and how he dealt with the physical life and money and wealth and stuff like that. Even though I did do some manifestation on it in the not manifestation, but some meditation on it, and the discussion really was, you could talk about the emotions, the business, and the thought, but not really so much the finances. And this is why you have very little bones that sit in the earth aspects, as far as his life and physical aspect is concerned. But there will be some secrets that will end up being revealed in reference to his life and his lifestyle and his way of thinking. Some more additional thoughts that come out to the public, and it may come out based upon a female. There also may be a female that understands some other aspects and have some very close attachments to his ancestors and his family, that may end up being a topic of discussion, right? But he's not really revealing those things in the vibration, and so therefore, you know how I do it. I'm gonna respect it. Where the bones land is where we're gonna talk about it at, and where they don't, we not. So anyway, this is a Nipsey Hussle recap. Understand what he's talking about. He's talking about manifestation. He's talking about understanding how your emotions, your spirit, connecting to these things to create in a physical reality, actions, being very aware of things that's not clear to you, understanding not to fear the things that's not clear to you, but to tap into a higher dimension so that you can maneuver through the things that's not clear to you, so that you can manifest and create and communicate in a clear way, and know that there's going to be even more information that comes out and even more messages that come out that he's left behind that many probably don't even know is there yet, that will be revealed and released by a female that understands him on a deeper level, that has a nice little connection to him on a deeper level. Now, how that comes out is totally up to this individual. But at the end of the day, if people listen to the messages that come directly and indirectly through this particular energy, there's a lot to be learned. So, when you get into that, pay attention to the technology that he was into. Pay attention to his concepts, his mindsets, the little things that he said that, most overlooked previously, and you'll understand what's going on there. Outside of the street aspect and the aggressive aspects. Anyway, I apologize that I could not do this live, but as usual, when I want to go live and it's something of some type of importance, it kind of gets glitched, and that's okay. So I'm going to do it as an upload, and y'all can post underneath the joint, and if there's any questions, then maybe I'll do another recap and throw some bones or throw some cards on it. But I'll speak to y'all on the next one. Shout out to Nipsey for allowing me to tap into his energy. Is well appreciated to him and his ancestors for letting me get that message across. Smooches and deuces. It is me, Nbtsky, and I will see you on the next one.